You know, I noticed something interesting over the years. Some of the best lead guitar players that I've ever met personally started as rhythm players. Not shredders, not speed demons, not theory nerds. Not that there's anything wrong with all that, but they started off as rhythm players. And honestly, I get why a lot of guitar players don't understand why. Because they think great solos come from more scales, more licks, more technique. But the truth is, I think some of the most memorable moments in soloing come from rhythm and timing, time feel, all that stuff. And today I'll prove it. Most guitar players tend to approach soloing like this, you know, how many notes can I fit into this bar? Now technically, there's nothing wrong with that, but does it actually feel good? That's the question if you ask me. Does it groove? Does it make you want to move? Usually not, because most players focus on notes, and great players focus on rhythm. So let me show you something. We're gonna use just 4 notes for this, that's it. And here they are right here. In the key of A minor, we're gonna be playing these 4 notes. So starting on the D string, the 5th fret, then the 7th fret, and then on the G string, 5th fret, 7th fret. Just those 4 notes. That's gonna be our little playground. And here's a challenge. We're not gonna focus on what we play. We're gonna focus on when we play. So first, let's take a look at what a lot of players do, even with just limited notes like this. They'll just kind of wanna blaze through them on the quicker side, you know, just to... Just anything to feel accomplished, right? And again, nothing wrong with that really, but notice how there's nowhere for the groove to really breathe. Everything feels really crowded. Now watch this. I'm gonna take the same 4 notes, but now I'm gonna think like a rhythm player. Space, pause, repeat, respond. Suddenly, it sounds like music. So I have my metronome set to 70 beats per minute. And here's what happens. When you have the metronome going, most guitar players tend to just land directly on every click with each note. Like this. You know, it's great to practice your timing, your precision with that. But what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna dance around the clicks. We're gonna treat this metronome like it's a neutral drum loop, like it's a beat inspiring rhythmic ideas. So we'll play before the clicks, after the clicks, you know, leave space around them, kind of like this. So when you treat the click like it's a drummer and not a target, you can start to think of just groovy ways to dance around those clicks, just like I did right there. Notice how much more alive that feels. And that's exactly what I want you to try when you practice to your metronome. Set it to whatever BPM is comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be fast. In fact, I recommend you start slow, give yourself time to think and feel your way through playing around those clicks, but just stick with those 4 notes and just leave space. Like I said, just like think about timing, just add little phrases here and there, and it'll start to feel a lot more musical than just running an entire scale pattern. And by the way, if you're getting value out of this lesson, do me a favor, hit that like button and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And now I think it's time we do this together. We've got those 4 notes. I've got them, you've got them. The goal is not to play more, right? We're not trying to outdo each other. We're just gonna have some fun playing to this metronome. I'll kick it off, playing a little bit with those 4 notes. I'll give you time to play a little bit with those 4 notes. Then I'll take another round, then you take another round, and then we'll call it after that. Just remember, the goal is to create groove. Try repeating one phrase that you come up with, leave a gap, answer yourself, right? Maybe do a little call and response with yourself, play a little behind the beat, play a little ahead of the beat, whatever, just have fun with it. All right, let's jam. I'm gonna keep it at 70 beats per minute. Here we go. I'll kick it off. 3, 4. All right, your turn, give me something. Remember, don't rush, leave some space. If you come up with an idea, repeat it, right? Get more use out of it. Just let that groove breathe. All right, here we go. I'm coming at you. 3, 4, and... All right, your turn. Remember, think rhythm first. Just pretend like this click is a neutral drum loop. Even helps to sing ideas a little bit to yourself too. You can kind of like ba-dum, ba, ba, ba-da-dum, ba, and then just try them out on the guitar. All right, now bring it on home, and then I'll turn the metronome off. And 3, 4, there we go. So with that, we're just using 4 notes, some rhythm, some space, some groove, some dynamics, and there's almost no technical difficulty involved. Trying to make it feel vocal, make it feel conversational, and that's what really makes it feel human. So when you were jamming with me to that metronome, what did you notice? The notes weren't complicated, right? The magic wasn't in the scale itself, the magic was in the rhythm. That's why rhythm players often become incredible lead players, because they have that timing already figured out, because they need it in order to play rhythm. So don't just think playing rhythm means only playing chords, right? Of course, that's a big part of it, but playing rhythm just really comes down to the picking hand, right? Because that's the driving force. That's your drummer, essentially. So great rhythm players have that locked in already. So even when they play faster stuff, the timing always feels right. And when you're playing fast, even if you're shredding, right, good timing is what prevents you from sounding sloppy. And by the way, if you want to learn how to confidently solo anywhere on the neck in any key, major or minor, without feeling trapped in scales and patterns, then you're going to want to grab my free cheat sheet, How to Solo in Any Key. This is designed to teach you how to find every key on your fretboard in record time and how to connect the fretboard in a way that actually makes musical sense. Imagine being able to solo comfortably and confidently in any key, major or minor, even the weird ones like B flat and F, right? And it's 100% free. Speaking of F for free. All you gotta do is click the link right over here to grab your free copy, or if you're watching this on TV, scan the QR code or check the link that I left for you in the description box. The best lead guitar players aren't always the ones who know the most notes. They're usually the ones who know exactly when not to play them.